What's up, you guys? It is March 14th here, Pi Day, 3.1415926, yada yada, however that goes. Anyway, I'm here to give you my news update of the day. And first order of business is on the Trump administration and his healthcare policies. Because what I do every single day is I go to CNN's website, sometimes Washington Post, CBS News, sometimes NBC. Basically what I do is hop on all of the corporate propaganda media websites and see what kind of crap they're trying to fill our brains with today. And the topic of the day that they're trying to attack Trump with is healthcare. They always have different topics they try and use. First it was like the immigration thing, then it was women's rights. It's like every day it's something else they're trying to use. And today it's the healthcare topic. And what a lot of these mainstream sources were saying, right? I don't know if you guys have ever seen those videos of like all of the local news anchors, let's say the exact same thing, the same soundbite that they get from their corporate masters. It's really funny. And all of these mainstream articles today had the same soundbite. And their specific soundbite was that Trumpcare is going to cost the economy a bunch of money and it's going to lose people a bunch of health care. Now, I haven't looked too deep into all the stuff regarding Trumpcare, but I get the feeling in me that that's complete BS that they're saying. And what's interesting to note is this Trump administration, what they did yesterday is actually held a listening session on their Trumpcare and uploaded it right to YouTube. Bam! Transparency right here. It's really interesting that this administration is so much more transparent than any of the other presidencies of the past. And because really they're going up against this whole beast of propaganda with the corporate media. And what he was doing in this listening session is asking people their experiences. And they were like, oh my gosh, it cost me so much freaking money. And oh my gosh, my healthcare was worse. And oh my gosh, like everything, complete opposite. And I've worked in private practice. I worked for a chiropractic clinic. And trust me, Obamacare sucked. It cost people way more money, right, for their premiums. So I don't know if, how people having way more money to spend would harm the economy. And their healthcare, so many people actually couldn't even afford the premiums, so they didn't have healthcare, period. So I don't know how repealing Obamacare would lose people healthcare insurance if it becomes cheaper. I don't know, logic. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say in regards to that. And also I came across a article yesterday from Science Direct that I'll link down below that said the vaccine autism study is one of the main components of this Trumpcare overhaul and of these budget cuts. So that right there lets me, gives me a good feeling in my heart. Trump knows about vaccines. He wants to expose the corruption regarding that. And this is one of the reasons why the corporate media and the American Medical Association or the American Mafia Association is so anti-Trumpcare and trying to pull their strings of BS to try to get people to not like it, is because of that. So that's awesome. Anyway, moving on to David Wilcock obviously dropped his Atlanta lecture a couple days ago on his YouTube. And I did a quick video yesterday just telling you, which I'll repeat real quick right now, be aware of all the disinformation. There's so much dis and misinformation coming out regarding the whole Antarctic thing, and it's really ramping up. I got a lot of trolley comments, and the dis and misinformation are really going to start ramping up. So that's just what I wanted you to be aware about. Corey Good also tweeted a little thing where he said, we're really not going to get the full data dumps as we all, at least I want, all at once. They're really going to be strategic data dumps, and this covert war that he said is really going to start turning into an overt war quite soon. So it's pretty obvious it's an overt war, at least to me and probably people who watch my channel. So unfortunately, probably not a full disclosure as we so want, but it will be some type of partial leading up to bigger things. But keep in mind, the more that you and I wake people up and the more we talk about what's really going on, the more likelihood that that full disclosure, that breakthrough is going to happen. So that's just what I wanted to tell you guys about. And then lastly, what I saw just a few hours ago was that Natural News, the Natural News Facebook page, reposted a work from Dr. Stephen Greer, which is actually pretty freaking cool to see. It had like hundreds of shares and hundreds, if not thousands, of likes, and a lot of people commenting it. So what we're seeing is that UFO disclosure information is starting to reach, I don't want to say mainstream, because obviously Natural News is not a mainstream organization per se, but it's one of those outlets that are far more known than a lot of others. So we have UFO disclosure information really reaching much larger of an audience, and this is only going to happen faster, because on David Wilcock's Atlantis drop, that video in 2 days already has like 150,000 views. That's a lot. So this UFO disclosure kind of, people are wanting, they're not so scared to look into it anymore, and they're wanting more information on that, and they're beginning to see how much information is there that we haven't been let in on, and they're starting to get curious. So, I mean, granted, some people are still ridiculing it, laughing it off. Some of the comments on that Natural News repost of Greer's work were pretty joking and stuff like that, but people are getting it and people are wanting more. I'm talking to a lot of my friends that want UFO, information on ancient civilizations and secret space program and stuff like that. So it's only going to get quicker. It's only going to get more exponential, and we're really going to, like I warned just a couple minutes ago, keep our discernment dials tuned, but also help people be aware of other things that are going on, right? Because Greer, I love his work, but in all honesty, I think he's missing some pieces of the picture he just doesn't want to look at. So we need to help people see as much perspective from a grounded, level-headed attitude as much as we can. So anyway, that's the update for March 14th. I will be back soon, guys, and I'm done. Take care.